Hey y'all, it's Amanda Gerber, and yes, I'm back on YouTube. I was at a networking meeting this morning, and one of the women there, her name is Shelby, a friend of mine, she commented how she loves watching my YouTube videos and she finds them helpful, so I thought I would give it another go. But for those of you that don't know, I do have a daily podcast, so if you're missing hearing my voice on YouTube, but check me out on podcast. I do it every day, 5 minutes or less, on your little podcast app on your phone. Just type in Amanda Gerber and you'll see my picture pop up, and then subscribe and you'll get all my daily podcast. But I'll jump into my video for today, and I wanted to talk to you guys about these two resource books. Now, these are the resource books that I go to when I have a question about a certain oil or a certain health concern. I look it up in these books. And so I wanted to break it down and make it super simple so that you guys will know how to do this yourself as well. So the first book I'm going to chat about is called The Essential Life. It's a really pretty book. And in the very beginning of the book, you can look up a quick reference depending on your health concern, and it'll direct you to the page as well as the different oils. And then the next section, you can look up single oils like, hello, my favorite single oil of all time, frankincense, and it breaks down how you can use it, what you can use it for, things like that. And then the next section, you can look up actual health concerns like digestive and intestinal issues. And then in turn, it'll break it down even further as you dive into it. And in the very back, different issues, digestive issues. I just passed up the segment on pregnancy. Any issue you can think of, it's in this book. It also has really fun, beautiful recipes. And then I'm trying to get to one of my favorite parts of this book as well as the other book. Also in the back, you can look it up by health concern. It'll direct you right to the page. And then in the back, I think I passed it, but it gives you the references. Here we go. For all the scientific articles that were used and things like that, for those of you that are kind of nerds like me. So that is the brief introduction to The Essential Life. Really great book. If you're someone that likes pictures, you want this book. Now, if you are someone that is just more interested in let's just get to the point and you don't really care how pretty things are, The Modern Essentials is for you. This is actually my first choice because I'm a very practical person. I think this book is great and has its place, but for me personally, my personality, I like The Modern Essentials. It's a little bit more sciencey. And it's broken up the same way. You can tell it's the one I use the most because it's worn, and my daughter got a hold of it the other day. So yeah, it's broken up the same way. In the beginning, you can look it up by essential oil, breaks it down for you, tells you how to use it, what you can use it for, all that fun stuff. So single oil, oil blends. They have a whole section on essential living and spa, so different recipes and things like that. And then my favorite part is the last section. You can look up your health concern and it breaks it down super simple on what oils you can use, what supplements you can use, how to use it. And then towards the back, much like the last book, there's a very extensive, lots of pages directing you towards the research articles they use and where they chose to use those essential oils. So, like I mentioned, these two books are my all-time favorites to use. This is when, for those of you on my team, when you text me like, hey, what can I use for this? I get it from the book. I'm not an expert. I do have a lot of experience from my own family. Like I said, I've got 4 kids. They keep me busy. But I'm not an expert. The book is the expert, and I love these. If you have, the basic kit and one of these books, you're set. You've got all the resources you need. But I would love to add to those resources for you guys, so I am back on YouTube. Thank you, Shelby, for prompting me. And again, check out my daily podcast. Look up Amanda Gerber, or if you're on Anchor, connect with me on Anchor. I love connecting with people in the podcast world that are on Anchor. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I hope y'all have a lovely night.